Saturday. So with all the different protests and things like that going on because of the killing of George Floyd, then today we have more extensive coverage of it. Protests are extensive. There's a lot of different developments happening. There's even stuff going on down here in Florida, which I'm going to be working on an article about that later. So today is really just about coverage of that mostly. At least that's what our show is leading with. We have something called the live shot, which means that a reporter who's like a CNN affiliate we'll go to her. She's in Minneapolis and she's like there on the ground, so she'll be talking about the different protests and things like that. So anytime that happens, it's easier when it happens during the week because we have somebody who specifically deals with the satellites, which is how you get the signal for that live shot. But when we don't have somebody on the somebody there, then we have to do it ourselves, which takes up time. And good thing I've done it before, so I'm not as frantic, but it does take up a little bit of time. It is a little bit more stressful because you have to worry about that aspect as well as your whole hour of a show. Well, for me today, 2 hours. So yeah, that's what that's about today. And right now I'm just really I'm about to start writing my show. I finally stacked it and went on ahead and put in placeholders. So now I'm finally about to start writing. Definitely I'll take you guys up in the booth to show you how everything works and stuff like that. So yeah. Good morning, this is Janai. How are you? Good. So we have a few live shots this morning, and I just wanted to make sure that we were good and also to find out if there was anyone before or after us. Okay. Okay, perfect. All right, thank you so much. Bye. All right, so for your show, there's no one before or after you. So most likely Nadia will call you, will dial in early on. Mm-hmm. Since the IFB is on there, then that means that she'll dial in. You'll be able to talk directly to her.
Oh, great.
For me, for both of my shows, I have someone after. So, yeah, but we should be fine. So
yeah,
I don't think.
To let her know, hey Nadia, your anchors, the anchor that's talking to you is Lorena.
Yeah, or whatever the case may be. I have about 17 minutes until my show starts, and I'm a little bit nervous because I do have a live shot. It's always nervousness when you have a live shot. Gotta make sure you hit them on time, that everything goes right. And honestly, there really is no reason to worry, but still the worry there. This is what my show looks like before it airs. This is basically telling the director and everybody else like what to do and where we're going during the show. So for example, right at the top of the show, we're gonna toss to Nadia Romero, who's our live shot. These are our two anchors. This is a camera. It's a two-shot, which means it's going to show two of them. The band is basically the look behind them, which says demanding justice. And then this is Nadia's hit. After that, we're going to toss the Joe Rope's package and all of that. So that's basically how it is.
Yeah, Alex is back up.
I talked to her.
Tell two and just turn up the volume there. You should be able to hear. And tell two is her. Did she dial in to tell two already? Yeah, she's dialed in. So, yeah.
Hi Nadia, can you hear me?
There's a little bit of a delay, like 3 seconds.
You're saying Canada anchors the same, Ethan and Lorena?
Yes.
All right, stand by, guys. Here we go. In 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll 93.
Now, on
And
7
roll
News.
16.
A former
by
Minneapolis
17.
police officer behind bars this morning accused of killing a black man while in custody. Protesters demanding other officers
Roll
involved face
17
the
through to
same.
that.
President Trump,
Further,
obviously we are
we're
off
doing
to a
demanding
good start,
justice
and later on
91
this
to
afternoon
17
won't
with
be
tempers
very bad.
flaring.
We're gonna have a few clouds here and there, maybe some isolated showers in the afternoon, but overall it should be staying mostly dry.
We're gonna do a
out there,
jib
even
sweep
as we
again,
head into
Lovner.
tomorrow.
Jib sweep
Typical
again.
rain, 15 seconds. And about a 20% chance of rain throughout the morning and the afternoon. 10%
All right,
on
she's
tonight.
wrapping up. Stand by 91.
Not too bad right now, mostly dry across the entire area, but that's going to change as we head into next week, so we'll talk more about that coming up in about 15
Roll 91 track. Stand by 17 wind. And roll 17 through that. Cue.
Tempers flaring in
Stand
Minneapolis.
by camera
Passionate
two.
protests erupting throughout the night in response to
Stand
the
by your
death
jib
of
sweep.
George Floyd.
Stand
Much
by.
of the city up in smoke
Stand
as
by
the white
camera
man blamed for Floyd's death is put behind bars.
Crowds continuing to demand justice and
Do I cue her?
action
Through
taken
to 7.
against the other
Reveal her.
officers involved.
Do
Our
I cue
coverage
her?
begins with reporter Nadia
Do I cue her?
Romero
No.
in
Cue her.
Minneapolis there. Nadia, good
Let's
morning.
take her full. There's just a delay.
Is a
Perfect.
bus
Walking across
station right here, and you can see the windows have been busted out by people all throughout last night, and this is what we're seeing all across Minneapolis. These buses have been halted.
You know, he gets prison. He gets life in prison. You know, if that was a black man that did that to a white man, they would want him under the jail. Matter of fact, they probably would want him on death row to execute him. Just like how they did all our other revolutionaries.
Hey guys, so I just wrapped up an interview with someone who organized a protest today down here in Miami really to bring attention to everything that's happening with George Floyd, and to demand for the other cops involved to be arrested. I'm working on an article for the final call for this, and basically it's just a bunch of different writers from different cities getting basically like reaction and stuff like that of what's going on in their city. So there's a lot going on. Work, as you saw with work, you know, a lot of focus is on that because the protests and the arrests, and I mean it's a lot. But yeah, so I just did one interview. I got some pictures from another event that happened, and I also have a document from them that I can pull from. So the person that I just talked to is going to forward my information to some of the other organizations who are doing things. I'm also going to find their contacts and reach out to them too. So hopefully I can get something from them. All of this needs to be done today, really. Article is supposed to be turned in tomorrow morning, Sunday morning, but I will be at work, so I won't be able to turn it in very, very early. So I'm trying to see, and I'm just gonna continue doing some digging for some contacts and stuff like that. Pretty sure I've talked about this before, but Instagram, Facebook, Twitter are your best friend as a journalist. That's how you find a lot of the people that you want to talk to. That's how you find their information, and that's how you can reach out to them. Like the guy that I just interviewed, I don't know him, but I knew of a page that was just set up that basically it's like putting up protests that's happening because of George Floyd, that people are organizing. So I found his page on through there, and then I just DM'd him on Instagram, and he responded, gave me his phone number, and I mean, it was quick. Like, he responded super quickly. So same thing with Twitter, how I found a lot of people. Facebook, you know, people are accessible there, so make sure that you have your accounts there. Like, I'm not really active on Twitter. I use it, but I'm not really active there. I'm not really active on Facebook either. Mostly active on Instagram. But you know, either way, just make sure you have accounts set up so that you can find people, you know. Just do it. If you haven't, just make sure you do it. It'll make your life a whole lot easier.
And the action is to one, stand in solidarity with folks in Minneapolis, and also bring awareness to all of the police violence that happens in Broward County, and that has been happening in Broward County for so long, and the lack of accountability that has happened with all of those things. Because in 2015, Broward County had the most deaths of unarmed Black people in the country.
Alright guys, so I just have one more interview to do. I just transcribed the other ones that I did, which I'm so happy. I hate transcribing, but I just finished those, so I just have one more interview to do, which should not be long, and hopefully within the next 1.5 hours. Yeah, about an hour and a half. Within that time frame, I should have that interview done and transcribed, and then I can retire for the day. But yeah, it's been pretty decent. It's been pretty easy. And then I think I'll go on ahead and just write tomorrow, like I was saying earlier, after work. And yeah, we should be able to get that done. So we're looking good. We're looking good. Hey guys, so it is Sunday morning, and things escalated quite a bit last night, at least in Miami, and I know at a lot of different places across the country as well. Like, there's curfews in effect, and things like that. So this morning, our biggest thing is the protest that happened here in Miami. Like, protesters shut down I-95 overnight. Well, earlier in the evening. There was also a lot of businesses that were looted, cars set on fire, etc. So, and again, a curfew put in effect. So yeah, that's our biggest thing. So much so that our reporter, like, we have one reporter in the mornings. Our reporter is going to be covering two things, like 2 different packages, because there's just so much to do. So that's where we are now. But I hope everybody's staying safe, and I have a conference call later on today with the paper that I'm writing the article for. I want to be on, so we'll probably end up doing that. But yeah, I wonder I have to find out my exact deadline because I was asked to add someone else to my list of people to interview, but I received the message after the time I went to sleep. So I'm not going to be able to do that and be able to have this article in the morning. So we'll see. But that's pretty much what's going on now.